You woke up tired again. But it's not a weariness of the body. It's a weariness of the soul that no one around you understands. That weight in your chest that won't go away even when you sleep for 8 hours. Even when everything, apparently, is in its place. You smile at your family, fulfill your obligations, pay the bills, take the kids to school, answer to your boss, answer the phone, answer to everyone. Except yourself. Except your soul. And inside, there is a void that grows in silence every single day. Today, right now, in this exact second that you opened this video, the Almighty is speaking to you. He is asking for only one thing. He is asking for you to feel the love that He feels for you, and to let that love renew you now, not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because what you're going to hear in the next few minutes is not just internet noise. It's not just another video. It is a call. And if you stay until the end, you will understand why your heart has been so heavy for the past few months. You will understand why it felt like no one could see you, and you will feel in your very skin the embrace you have been missing for so long. Take a deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Release the tension in your jaw. Because the Father wants to talk to you, and He is in no rush. He only wants to meet you just as you are. Tired. Hurt. With your faith a bit cracked. With your faith a bit hardened. With your life running on autopilot. And even so, He loves you. Even so, He insists on you, and perhaps that is what bothers you the most. How can someone love you when even you yourself are having trouble liking who you've become? How can there be a love that doesn't give up when so many people have given up on you? When so many loves have walked away? When even you, on some days, feel like giving up on yourself? The answer is here. But for it to truly arrive, you need to stop running. You need to stop trying to solve everything on your own. You need to lower your guard, because the love of the Almighty does not knock on the door of your reason. It knocks on the door of your feelings, and your feelings today are locked away. They are protected by a high wall, built of accumulated disappointments, of broken promises, of prayers that seem to lead nowhere. Whoever hurt you taught your heart to be suspicious. Whoever promised and didn't deliver taught your heart to shield itself. And now you live in this armor. You sleep in it, work in it, pray in it. And that is precisely why the love of the Almighty is not reaching you, even though He is right there, by your side, the entire time. Not because He doesn't want to, but because you haven't permitted it yet. And today this video is the crack. It is the sliver of light coming in under the door of a dark room. You only need to accept it. That is why I have prepared this powerful digital book for you. Because this restlessness you are feeling right now, this tightness in your chest, this urge to cry that appears out of nowhere when you hear certain words, that is not weakness. That is the Spirit touching you. That is the Almighty saying, son, daughter, you are not here watching this by accident. You were pulled, you were led. And many people see the video, but few understand the call. I believe you understand. I believe that inside you there is someone chosen to protect your home, to protect your children, to be a beacon for your brothers, for your parents, for your friends who are losing their way. And to carry out this mission, you need to stand firm. That is why I have organized the digital book, How to Know If You Are Saved for the Judgment Day. This material was written to answer the question you have never had the courage to ask out loud. That question that appears in the middle of the night, when everyone is asleep and you lie there staring at the ceiling, wondering, Lord, will I be by your side on that day? The link is in the description of this video and also pinned to the top of the comments. Hundreds of brothers have already read it, wept, reconciled with the Almighty, and said that their lives turned over a new leaf. The content could be taken down at any moment because the spiritual warfare over this material is great. Do not put it off until later. Today is the day. If the Almighty is speaking to you here, comment right now, Amen, I receive it. This simple gesture is already a yes that heaven hears. Now listen to me calmly, because we need to understand what is happening inside you. This spiritual weariness you feel has a name. It's called disconnection. And it's not disconnection from the Almighty, no. The Almighty never disconnects from those who are His. The disconnection is internal. It is you from yourself. At some point in your life, probably around your 30s or 35s, you started living on autopilot. You started doing things because you had to. because there were bills to pay, because there were mouths to feed, because people were expecting things from you. And little by little, without you realizing it, you stopped feeling. You laughed, but your soul didn't laugh along. You cried at the funeral, but your soul had already cried before, alone, in the bathroom when nobody was looking. You went to church, raised your hands, sang, but left the same way you came in, and you started blaming yourself for that. You started thinking there was something wrong with you, that your faith was weak, that you were distant from the Almighty. But I'm going to tell you a truth that perhaps your mother never told you, that your pastor perhaps never explained to you this way. You are not distant from the Almighty. You are distant from your own heart, and a heart that is closed to itself cannot receive anyone's love, not a husband's, not a wife's, not your children's, and certainly not the father's. Think of that 42-year-old woman, mother of 2, married for 15 years, who lives there in Nashville, in New Orleans, in Pittsburgh, in Charleston, anywhere in this America. She spends the whole day taking care of everyone. She wakes up at 5 in the morning, makes coffee, organizes the house, goes to work, tends to clients, rushes back, picks up the kids from school, makes dinner, does the dishes, folds laundry, gives baths, tells stories, lies down exhausted, and still doesn't sleep well. Because deep down, she feels that no one there knows who she is on the inside. No one asks how she is really, and she herself has unlearned how to ask herself that. Think of that 48-year-old man, who has worked since he was 14, who supports the house, who carries his surname with responsibility, who could never be weak in front of anyone, who learned as a boy that men don't cry, that men endure, that men solve things, and today at 48 he is constricted on the inside. His chest is aching, he feels like screaming, but he no longer even knows how to allow himself to feel. Do you recognize yourself anywhere in this story? Comment your age and your city below. I want to know who is being touched right now, because I will pray for each one, and when you see your name alongside so many people going through the same thing, you understand that you are not alone. You understand that this is more than a video. This is a gathering appointed by the Spirit. But let us go deeper. Why does this happen to so many good people? Why is it that those who pray, those who believe, those who try to do what is right, feel this way, hollow inside? The explanation lies in something science is just beginning to discover now, but which the Bible has been saying for millennia. Human beings were not made to live disconnected from love. Neuroscience today knows that when a person goes years without feeling truly loved, without feeling seen, the brain enters a state of chronic inflammation. The body falls ill. Immunity drops. The person begins to have those pains that appear out of nowhere, those pains in the back, the neck, the stomach, that no medical exam can explain. Anxiety appears. Panic appears. That urge to cry out of nowhere in the middle of the day appears. Insomnia appears. The fatigue that doesn't go away even after a vacation appears. And doctors look, they run tests. Everything comes back normal, and the individual leaves feeling worse, thinking they are going crazy. But they aren't. They aren't going crazy. No, their soul is calling for help. Their body is screaming, I need love, I need presence, I need the Almighty. And the Bible already said this in Proverbs 4 verse 23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Your heart is the source. If the source is clogged, everything else in your life runs dry. The marriage runs dry. The work runs dry. Prayer runs dry. And worse, your relationship with the Almighty runs dry. Because you pray, but you don't feel it. You read the Word, but it doesn't touch you. You sing, but the music doesn't move you. And then comes that horrible guilt, that feeling that the Almighty has distanced himself. But he hasn't distanced himself. You are the one who has anesthetized yourself. And this anesthesia has a cause. It didn't come from nowhere. At some point in your life you experienced a disappointment so great, a betrayal so deep, a loss so profound, that your soul made a silent decision. I will never feel this way again. I will not give myself away like that anymore. I will not take the risk. And what was protection became a prison. What was a shield became a wall. And today you cannot tear down this wall alone. You tried therapy. You tried self-help. You tried physical exercise. You tried another relationship. You tried traveling, partying, consumption, and nothing filled it. Because nothing can fill what the Almighty created to be filled only by Him. There is a hole inside you that has the exact shape of the Father's love. Nothing fits in this hole. Only Him. And when He enters with everything, with calm, with care, with patience, and He begins to undo every knot, every blockage, every trauma, every memory you didn't even remember anymore, but which was still there, tucked away, causing damage. But for Him to enter, you need to open the door. And to open it, you need to feel. And to feel, you need to stop. Today is the day to stop. Not to do anything, on the contrary, to do the opposite, to let yourself be loved. And that, for many people, is the hardest thing in the world. Because we were taught to earn things, to run after them, to prove our worth. And the love of the Almighty doesn't work that way. The love of the Almighty does not require you to be worthy of it. He already gave it to you. It is already yours. You just need to open the package. That is why I prepared a powerful digital book for you. Because I know that at this very moment, while you are listening to me, something inside you is stirring. Perhaps your eyes are filling with tears. Perhaps your chest is tightening. Perhaps you are feeling a shiver. This is heaven coming to you, and you cannot let this visitation pass by in vain. The book, How to Know If You Are Saved for the Judgment Day, was written to give you the clarity that is missing. To show you through the Word, sign by sign, what the Almighty is saying in your life right now. The link is in the description and pinned at the top of the comments. It is not expensive. It is not difficult. It is a simple step that changes your eternity. Comment, I answer the call now, and follow. Don't leave it for tomorrow. Tomorrow might be too late. Now follow me here, because we are going to enter the most important part. The part about renewal. You have already understood the symptom. You have already understood the cause. Now comes the how. How to let the love of the Almighty renew you now, today, before this video ends. The first thing you need to do is stop asking and start receiving. Notice that your prayer in recent years has become a list of requests. Lord, help me at work. Lord, heal my daughter. Lord, save my marriage. Lord, pay this debt. And that is all right, you can ask. He is Father. Father likes to hear a child's requests. But if your prayer is only requests, it becomes a monologue. It becomes a grocery list. And your heart never stops to listen to the answer. Today I want you to pray differently. Today I want you to close your eyes, even right there in the middle of what you are doing, and say, Father, I didn't come to ask for anything today. I came only to receive you. Come, touch me, fill me, soften me. And then remain in silence. For 30 seconds even, and feel. Feel what comes. Tears may come. Peace may come. A childhood memory may come. The face of someone you need to forgive may come. A desire to call your mother, your father, the son you haven't spoken to in a long time may come. Whatever comes, receive it. Don't judge. Don't run. Receive it. This is the beginning of renewal. Because the Almighty does not change you by force. He changes you by affection. And when affection enters, it dissolves everything that is hard. It softens the pride. It melts the bitterness. It melts the resentment. It melts that old anger at your father, your mother, that ex, that boss, that brother in faith who disappointed you. All of this starts to leave, and in its place enters lightness, enters forgiveness, enters freedom. The second thing you need to do is look at yourself with His eyes. Stop seeing yourself through your mistakes. Stop seeing yourself through your failures. Stop seeing yourself through what they said about you in childhood, through what they said about you in adolescence, through the nickname they branded you with, through the relationship that destroyed you, through the marriage that didn't work out, through the child who gave you trouble, through the money you couldn't save, through the career that didn't take off. Stop. All of this is a layer that the world put on top of you, but underneath that layer, there exists the person the Almighty created, and that person is loved, is seen, is called by name. In Isaiah 43 verse 1, He says, Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. Have you ever stopped to understand the weight of this sentence? You are His, not the world's, not your works, not even your last names. You are His. And when you see yourself this way, your self-esteem changes, your posture changes, your face changes. People start to feel a light in you without you saying a word, because you start to reflect the love that is inhabiting you. Then comes the third thing, which is perhaps the most difficult. You need to forgive yourself. I am not talking about others. I will get there in a moment. I am talking about you. You need to look at your inner child and apologize. Apologize for having been so hard on yourself throughout life, for having demanded things of yourself that no one else demanded, for having judged yourself for choices you made at a time when you didn't know any better. You did the best you could with what you had. Repeat this with me in a low voice, in your heart. I did the best I could with what I had. I didn't have to handle everything. I didn't have to carry the load for everyone. I didn't have to be perfect. And even so, the Father always loved you the same way. On your best day and on your worst day, when you were at the altar and when you were in the bathroom crying in hiding, when you were there with your hands raised praising, and when you were in bed staring at the ceiling, doubting if he existed, in all those moments, he was there, loving you, holding you. And it is in this love that you are renewed, not at an expensive retreat, not on a long spiritual journey. It is here, it is now, it is in this awakening of your heart to recognize that you have always been loved. And once you forgive yourself, only then does the forgiveness of others follow, but not as an obligation, as a consequence. When you feel full of his love, you can no longer hold on to bitterness. It simply falls away. It lets go. You remember the person who hurt you, and the pain doesn't ache the same way anymore. You are able to say, I release you, I release myself, I move on. And this release opens a gate of blessing over your life that you cannot even imagine. Because bitterness is a padlock, forgiveness is the key. And many people have had their lives stuck for years because of a key that is right there in their hand, yet has not been used. Today, this video is the invitation to use it. Now listen to me. If you've made it this far, it's not by chance. You are not just anyone. You are someone whom the Almighty has drawn to this message for a specific reason, and perhaps that reason is your family. Maybe there is someone in your home needing a word that only you can provide, because you are the channel, you are the bridge, you are the intercessor who was hidden until now, and to occupy this place, you need ammunition, you need the word, you need direction. That is why I have prepared a powerful digital book for you. The book, How to Know If You Are Saved for the Judgment Day, was made precisely for those who feel this calling but don't know where to start. It will show you, based on the word, the signs that the Almighty leaves for those who are His. It will help you discern what is the voice of the Almighty and what is just the voice in your head. It will give you the courage to confront areas of your life you've been avoiding for years. And it will give you the peace of knowing with clarity that on the day of the final encounter, you will be on the right side. The link is in the description of this video, pinned right there at the top, and it is also in the first comment, also pinned. Just click it. There are already hundreds of American brothers who have gotten the book and sent me messages saying, my life is no longer the same. My marriage has been restored. I stopped crying at night. I returned to church after 10 years. I forgave my mother before she passed away. Real stories. People from Anchorage, from Miami, from the rural areas of Appalachia, from the south of New York, from Washington, from Louisiana. Ordinary people just like you who understood that it was not the time to delay any longer. I'm warning you now, this material could be taken down. The war against this type of content is great, and the platform changes its rules all the time. So if the Almighty has touched your heart now, act now. Comment, I will act, Lord, and tap the link in the description. You won't regret it. The ones who regret are those who leave it for later, and later remember that they heard the call and ignored it. But the renewal does not stop at the book. The renewal begins in the now within you. I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine you are in a room, a dark room, full of stacked furniture, full of old things, broken things you have accumulated over the years. Hurts, disappointments, broken dreams, harsh words that were said to you, harsh words that you said to yourself. All of this is stored in that room, and you live in it, sleep in it. Try to live amidst all this mess. Then, out of nowhere, a light begins to come in from under the door. A warm light, a golden light, a light that smells like fresh bread, smells like home, smells like an embrace. This light is the love of the Father arriving, and he knocks on the door. He does not kick the door down. He knocks with respect. Because true love does not invade. It waits to be invited. Today, this video is the invitation. You open the door. And when the door opens, the light takes over everything. The stacked furniture is revealed. The dust flies. The spider webs fall. And you see for the first time in years the size of the mess you were living in. But the light does not judge you. The light only illuminates. And the Father tells you, "Let's go together, son. Let's go together, daughter. One piece of furniture at a time, one hurt at a time, one forgiveness at a time. Do not rush. I have eternity to take care of you." Do you know what this phrase does to your heart? It breathes, it rests. Because for the first time you feel that you do not need to do everything at once. You do not need to become a saint overnight. You do not need to have your life sorted out. You just need to walk, slowly, with him by your side. That is the rhythm of love. That is the rhythm of renewal. It is not a rush, it is trust, it is not effort, it is surrender. And as you walk, things start to happen in your life that you cannot explain rationally. That relationship that was broken begins to show signs of restoration. That door that was closed at work begins to open. That rebellious child, who you had lost hope for, begins to seek conversation. That money that was tight begins to multiply in unexpected ways. Not because you are more deserving than anyone else, but because the clogged channel has been cleared. The blessing that was already reserved for you from before you were born has found a clear path to arrive. In Jeremiah 29 verse 11 he says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Look at the magnitude of this. His thoughts about you are of peace, not of demands, not of punishment, of peace. And if his thoughts about you are of peace, why are your thoughts about yourself so harsh? Why do you treat yourself as if you were less than he sees you? Today, this ends. Today, you adopt the way the Father sees you. You start to speak about yourself the way he speaks. You are loved, you are cared for, you are guarded, you have a purpose, you have a future, and no mistake from the past has the power to cancel this. There is one more thing I need to tell you, and it may be the most important. The love of the Almighty is not theory. It manifests in the little things of your day, in the wind that hits your face when you leave for work, in the sun that lights up your face before you get out of the car, in the look of gratitude from your child when you prepare lunch for them, in the smile of the elderly lady at the grocery store whose bag you helped carry, in the stray dog that curled up against your leg at the bakery, in the neighbor who greeted you in the elevator on a day when you needed a kind word. All of this is him. All of this is Father touching you. But you have spent so much time running, so much time on your phone, so much time worried, that you stopped seeing. Today you see again. Today your eyes are opened, and when your eyes are opened, the whole world becomes a prayer. Your home becomes an altar. Your work becomes a mission. Your marriage becomes a covenant. Your children become a heritage. Everything gains meaning, everything gains brilliance, and you discover that the happiness you were looking for was not in the next achievement. It was in the now. It was in the hug you hadn't given in weeks. It was in the phone call you hadn't made in months. It was in the forgiveness you had kept in your pocket for years. And that is precisely why this message must turn into action. It is no good to listen, to feel moved, and tomorrow return to autopilot. Today you leave here different. Today you leave here with a decision made. The first decision is to receive. The second decision is to protect. Because the enemy of your soul does not like to see you renewed, does not like to see you strong in faith, does not like to see you breaking free, and he will try to return. He will send thoughts of doubt. He will send bad memories. He will send difficult people across your path tomorrow to knock you off balance. You need to be prepared. You need to know how to discern. You need to have spiritual ammunition. And nothing prepares you better than knowing the Word and the signs of the Lord. That is why, and I will not tire of reminding you because it is important, the digital book, How to Know If You Are Saved for the Judgment Day, is the tool I have placed in your hands for this moment. It is no coincidence that you arrived at this video today. It is no coincidence that you are hearing this precisely in this phase of your life where everything seems to be spinning. You were guided, and the book is the next step. It is in the link in the description. It is pinned in the top comment. Just click, and when you click, you will understand. You will feel a different kind of peace. You will know you made the right decision. Before I finish, I want to bless you. I want, in the name of Christ, for every word you heard in this video to materialize within you. From this moment on, may every knot in your soul be untied. May every hidden pain be brought to the light and healed. May every fear of the future be replaced by the certainty of His presence. May every old resentment turn into forgiveness. May every anger turn into compassion. May every doubt turn into faith. And may you, from today on, live as a son, as a daughter. With the posture of one who knows where they came from and where they are going, receive this now. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heart beating. This heart is His heart in you. He gave you this heartbeat. He gives you this breath. He gives you this day. And He wants you to use this day to truly live, not to survive, to live, with brilliance, with presence, with lightness. And to wrap up, I want to remind you one more time. Everything you heard here today was not by chance. Every word, every sentence, every pause. It was put together by the Spirit to hit exactly the spot that needed it. You were chosen for this moment. And now your response is required. The e-book, How to Know If You Are Saved for the Judgment Day, is waiting for you. The link is in the video description right below, and it is also pinned at the top of the comments. It is one step, one click, one decision. But it is a decision that can change the way you face life from here on out, and the way you will face your meeting with the Father on the appointed day. Do not let this call fade into oblivion. Act today. Comment down below, Amen, I have been moved, so that this video reaches more brothers who need to hear this. Like the video, so the algorithm understands that this message must be spread. Subscribe to this channel and hit the bell, because tomorrow there may be another word from the Almighty for you and you cannot miss it. Share it with that person who is coming to your mind right now as I speak. You can send it on WhatsApp. You can send it via direct message. Send it any way you can. That person needs to hear this. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's your husband. Maybe it's your sister, your son, your friend. Don't hold back the blessing. Spread it, because love that isn't shared withers, and love that spreads multiplies. May the Almighty bless you now. May He renew you now. May He fill you with His love now. And may you leave this video feeling in your skin, in your soul, in your heart, that you are loved. Deeply, eternally, unconditionally. In the name of Christ. Amen.